Are you ready to earn some extra money during the pandemic? What's up everyone, welcome back to Free to Be, David here, and in today's video I want to go over some ways that you can actually earn some real money starting today. Now, not all of these might work for you, but there are a few in here that I have personally tried myself and they do produce results, and some of the other ones that I'm going to mention I've researched recently and I think that I'm going to give them a try to see if they do work, but upon my initial research it seems that they will. Now, as always, if you're new to the channel, I cover financial literacy here, documenting my progress to financial independence, and hopefully by doing so I can bring you guys some valuable information that you can use in your own pursuit. So if you are new to the channel, please take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. Your support really does mean a lot to me. And if you're not new to the channel, thanks for joining me again. I really do appreciate the continued support. Okay, so have you been thinking about starting a side hustle, during this pandemic and don't know where to get started? Well, if you are, you're not alone, because a lot of people have lost their jobs during this time and they're trying to figure out ways, creative ways, out of the box ways to make some extra income. And this might be extra income that is absolutely necessary for them because maybe they've lost their jobs and this is the only way they can sustain their lives, or it just might be some extra cash that they can use towards saving or investing during this period of time. And I think all of these are actually pretty useful, so you're definitely going to want to stick around for the entire video. Okay, so the first method that you can use to make some extra money during this period of time is to complete surveys online. So you can go on something like Swagbucks or Valued Opinions or any of the other survey sites out there and complete 10-minute, 15-minute surveys for some extra cash. Now, these don't necessarily always give you a lot of money per survey you complete, but if you're not doing anything else and you're just sitting in front of your TV, it's not a bad idea to complete a survey or two, because at the end of the day, every dollar counts and these will start adding up. Now, before in the past, I've talked about Amazon Mechanical Turk, and that site did have some surveys, and there were times where I would find a $5 survey or a $10 survey and complete it while watching TV. And I think lifetime of using Amazon Mechanical Turk, since I discovered it about a year and a half, I've made maybe a couple $100s of extra money, which doesn't seem like a lot, but if you do invest it or use it for something else, it can actually be very valuable. So if you are interested, surveys are actually a great way to make some extra income. Now, the second real way to make some extra money, and I have done a couple videos on this, is a platform called user testing. Now, I'll link my user testing videos up above and down below, but basically what user testing allows you to do is test different applications and websites, and they pay you $10 per test. Now, a test can take anywhere between 5 minutes and 30 minutes to complete, so it does definitely vary, but $10 a test is not a bad amount. And I should mention that you do actually have to qualify for these tests. But again, this is something that you can do casually by sitting on your couch and completing these little screener tests. And once you do qualify, you will have to go to a quiet area because they do record your voice and your screen on these tests, but it's as easy as that. And I think year to date so far this year, I've made almost $1,200 extra using user testing. All right, so this next thing you can do for some extra income is basically peer-to-peer lending. And you can find sites that let you do this, like a Prosper, and there's a bunch of other ones out there as well, that allow you to basically leverage the money that you have saved, the cash that you have available, and lend it to folks that need that money. And what you can do is you can build a portfolio of loans that vary in interest rates depending on how risky the borrower is. Now, I haven't personally tried this myself, but I have been very interested to give it a try. So I'm definitely going to be looking into this a little bit more over the next few months and possibly putting $5,000 to $10,000 into an account and lending it out. But from what I've heard, it can actually be pretty profitable because what you do is you lend it out and you get those interest payments every single month going forward after the loan has been originated. So on paper, it sounds like a great idea. If you do have some extra money, it sounds like a good thing to do because you could be helping somebody else out who might need that money, and in return you're going to be making some extra cash as well. Now, I don't advise you actually putting all your money into risky borrowers who are going to be returning 12-14% interest to you, because while it does sound like that would be the best way to get the highest return, you could also end up losing all your money that way as well. So definitely do the research before you actually go and set up an account and start loaning out your hard-earned money. Now, the next thing you can do to earn some extra cash is to monetize your hobbies or any kind of passion that you have. So whether that is, doing arts and crafts, or if you, knit or do any kind of sewing, you can actually make some money right now by selling those services. So for example, right now, a lot of people are looking for masks. And yes, while you can go and buy a sewing machine and all the necessary things you need to make your own mask, it's a lot more cost efficient to buy them from someone who's making them. So for example, if you do have a sewing machine and the materials to make masks, start making masks and sell them at an affordable price, because you don't really need to get greedy and price gouge people. You're actually helping the community help you, because remember, when you're wearing a mask, you're actually helping others. So by selling the mask, you're getting a little bit of cash and you're making sure that your community helps protect you. Sounds like a win-win to me. Or if you like doing some kind of art, if you like painting, sell your paintings. Just figure out what it is that you can do and monetize it. If you like graphic design, start designing t-shirts and selling those online. But really just think outside the box, because there's tons of different options here. Every single person has a different skill set that they can offer to someone else. Now for this one, I have used Fiverr before, and Fiverr is a great platform that's already there and it reaches a ton of people in terms of their built-in audience. So you can market things like editing skills on Fiverr, sell them, $5 a page to proofread or edit someone's paper, and then they will pay you on that site. Everything happens through the site. So it's very safe, very secure, and you can get some extra income doing that. And that's not all that you can do on Fiverr either. Again, you can do things like graphic design, and they have tons of different tasks that you can offer or services that you can offer on their site. So definitely look into that site as a great option. All right, which brings us to the next item on the list, and that is to take advantage of the real estate market right now. Because interest rates are super low, there's tons of inventory, and people who might be teetering on some kind of financial struggles may be hesitant to pull the trigger on real estate. So if you have the means, if you have some cash available to you and you have a secure career and you are okay in terms of savings and paying down debts and all that other stuff, look into start investing in real estate. And you don't have to start big. You don't have to go and buy a 30-unit apartment complex. You can start with a duplex or a townhouse that you then rent out to someone else and kind of build your portfolio that way. Because the key here is just to start. So if you do have the means, go look into some real estate, maybe purchase one, rent it out, see how it goes. And if you like it, you can start building your real estate portfolio. Now, the next thing you could do if you wanted to earn some extra cash during the pandemic, especially given the fact that a lot less people are going out, is start becoming a rideshare driver or a delivery driver for like an Uber, Uber Eats, Grubhub, any of these services out there. People need things delivered right now, especially those people that are very scared or at high risk to go out. So I think that's a market that will be there for a long time. Now you can do this as your primary job, or you can just do it as a side hustle on the nights and weekends, but it's definitely a great way to earn some extra cash. And yes, you do put some wear and tear on your car, and there's costs associated with it like gas. But if you're not doing anything else, this is just a great way to earn, because in the alternative, you're just sitting on your couch. So would you rather sit on your couch and do nothing, or drive around and earn an extra $30, $40? Because you can also still listen to your radio while you're driving around. So to me, it's a no-brainer. If you're looking to make some extra cash, that's a really great option. And finally, my favorite thing to do to earn some extra money is to go through my things and sell anything I no longer need. Because this serves two purposes. One, I declutter my life, and two, I do make some extra cash off things that I'm not using anymore. So whether it's clothes, video games, electronics, look through your stuff this weekend and just go ahead and get rid of some stuff. And you can use platforms like eBay or Mercari and just list them, and then all you have to do is ship them. Sounds easy enough. I know that we all have things that we can get rid of and sell. Because ultimately, the less you have, the better you feel. It's like a weird thing, but one time I emptied an entire closet full of clothes and I had never felt freer in my life. And it's just a good practice, because really, why are we hoarding items? We shouldn't be hoarding things in our houses, in our lives. We should be getting rid of things, and really, it's giving people an opportunity to buy things that they need at a way lower cost. So for example, if you bought a designer bag years ago and you used it a couple times and it brought you all the joy that it could bring, maybe it's time to sell that at a discounted price to someone who is going to get just as much joy out of that bag as you did when you first purchased it. All right guys, well that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed this content, please let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you did like this video. And if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to take a moment and just click the subscribe button down below. We'll see you next time.